Hello my friends, welcome to Home and Garden. If you are new to my channel, don't miss out to hit the subscribe and notification bell so you'll know when my videos are out. So today I am going to show you all the rhododendron and also the camellias from my yard. So this is our backyard. So from this view, I have rhodie here, this one, this, and that on the very back. So this rhododendron here, the bloom are purple, look like a pinkish, a purplish flower. So this is what they look like in a close-up view. Can you see that? When they're not really bloom yet, you can see the dark pink and then the light pink when they're bloom. They're so beautiful. So this one, compared to my other rhodie, they are just a single bloom. Petals is like about an inch, but what I love in this one, so look at this flower bud. They already so big, and this one, it's not really bloom yet. So they're not, you cannot see the open flower yet. So look at that. You'll see it in the camera how dark pink is this, and then when they open that flower and they bloom, look at that beautiful contrast. I love it. This rhodie before is not look like this. It's actually taller or higher than that. So what happened is, when we did some landscaping in here, there's like a big pine tree on this side, and then the people that did cut the pine tree, some of the branches fell to this rhodie, and then so the top part of it, it's just broken. So because all the branches are broken, so we decided to just trim them and keep the lower part of it, and that's how it looked like now. So they are very tall before, and then we make it round. So what I did, I cleaned the bottom part of it. So from the little far view, you can still see through these branches, and you can see all the pavers. So then the garden will be they look like more open and much bigger. So if you imagine, I have all like the leaves is like all the way almost to the ground, and then you cannot see behind that, which is the pavers in here. So what I did is to clean the bottom side and make it an open view. It looks bigger because your view, you can see through that branches in the bottom, and it looks cleaner. So I round them. So usually sometimes I'm so scared to trim them because you have to be careful, and you need to make sure you're not cutting all the new shoots, because that shoot will provide a new flower bud for the following year. So you have to be careful. It's the same with Islaya. You have to be careful when trimming them. You need to know what month, when to trim, because you might go into trim the new buds for the following year. So for your zone, it should be at least when they're done blooming, you'll know. And the new shoots, like this one, this is not a flower bud. This will be a new leaves, a new shoots. And right now they're not going to provide a new buds. I mean, this one is a flower bud from last year. So you can see how many buds I have on this particular rhododendron. So all around this rhodie, so on the very top of this rhodie, there's a lot of flower buds that are ready to bloom. I will update you soon once all these flower buds open. because right now they're not in the season to open yet. So hopefully by next week I should show you the new view of this beautiful rhodie. Again, look at that contrast of two colors in here. They're so beautiful. So let me show you my other rhododendron that next to it. This one is my favorite rhodie. This is my favorite because look at that. So this special rhodie in here, there's no open flowers yet. So the buds, they're not opening yet, but they are very special. This is actually my favorite rhodie among the rhodies from my yard. Because first of all, look at this. Look at the close-up. This is one branch. See? This is the top, and look at this. I can tell already this will be 3 separate flower buds. So this one, this, and this. This one is not the flower bud. This will be a new shoot, a new leaves, because you can tell, like this one, you're not going to expect a flower in this side. This will be the new shoots for next year. So again, you will identify which one is the new leaves for next year and the new flower bud for this year. So all of these big ones, they are all flowers. They're flower bud. You see how much I have in here? This one looks like a size of a pine cone, the biggest one. See my finger and how big the flower buds. So like here, like this one, there's 2 flower buds that will open soon. So let's go around this plant. And the color of this is actually a double bloom rhodie, and the color is light pinkish. And the good one for this one as well, they start actually like very dark pink color, and then from the time that they bloom from dark pink till they mature, they turn to white. Have you seen that before? Because like I said, I never seen that kind of rhodie before, and that's why when they did the landscape in my garden, I keep this rhodie. I keep both of them. Again, this side is a tiny bloom, and also look at this. Look at this. So this one, if we go into the bottom of this plant, let me show you a close-up. This is one branch of the rhodie, and then there's another branch separate here, 1, 2, and 3, and then from each branches they have flower buds. Another here, and look at this. This is one branch from the 3 branches of one mature branch in the bottom. Look at that. I can see four separate flower buds. That's how much they give me this year. So there's 1, 2, 3, and in the center. That's so cute. So let's compare the leaves between this rhodie and that rhodie. This one actually have a lighter leaves compared to this one. And let's compare. I'm just gonna get one leaf in here, and to how big is the other one. I don't know, have you seen like a mango leaves? I think this one is similar, like on the tropical countries, the leaves of the mango is really big as well. And like I said, this is the purplish rhodie that I have on this side, and this one is so big. It's like half of it. That's half of this leaf. They're so big. So how about you? Do you have a favorite rhodie? Do you have a rhodie that planted in your yard and they're already bloom? If you could share me some photos and put it in the comment side, and I would love to see them. So there's another rhodie that's planted next to the big rhodie. This one, because I trimmed them last year, and again I can tell that they're not going to give me any bloom by next year because there's no flower bud. This one is gonna be a new shoot, for like a new leaves for next year, and maybe I will give like extra time for them to, you know, give flower buds. But look, I think I can see one in here, and hopefully this is the real flower bud, and yes it is. So this is the flower bud, and this particular rhodie, I never seen the flower. This is really a mature one, but maybe because I trimmed them in a wrong time last year, or maybe I trim it because they're really tall and I cannot see the view of from here to the backyard. So we decided to trim it so they're not really going to grow too tall. And also they are so leggy last year, so I decided to trim them and make it like a bonsai cut. So we will see one flower this year because this is a new flower bud. And then the rest, when we check around this rhodie, there's no sign of flower bud. This is the only one, and I'm so sad because there's only one, but at least there's hope. We can see it, and I'll give you again another tour of my rhodie once they're done blooming or when they started to bloom. Okay, so we are on the bottom part of my backyard, and we were taking videos on that side a while ago. So I was standing here actually and taking you a tour on that upper part of my garden. So now we are on the bottom side. So here's the rhodie, the only one that I have on the backyard, on the very bottom side of my backyard. And same thing what I did to the other ones, I open it, I just leave the top part like this, so that when you are looking on the both side of the boat view on this side, I mean, you still have a see-through going to that side of the garden, and it looks open and it looks bigger because you're looking to the other bricks. So when you're walking in here, so again, my yard is still work in progress. There's a lot of things to do, but at least there's some improvement every year. So here I also planted some succulents on the bottom, and I just put some pavers just to keep it neat, and they are planted, they're receiving a full sun. And rhodie, I have a rhodie that planted on the shaded area, which is they're also doing good. I'll show that to you next. And this one and the other two that I showed to you also receiving a full sun. So this one again will identify already. This is not a flower bud. Also this one. So the flower bud that we are checking for this particular rhodie, hopefully we got some. Okay, here you go. That is a flower bud, and this one, they usually bloom every year, but this time there might be just some few flowers because again I trimmed them, and we can maybe just check few on the very top, and I cannot reach that anymore, but I can see a little bit there on this side. This one is a flower. This is also a flower bud, and this one is also a single bloom, and they are light pink. And again, I decided to trim the bottom part to make it clean so you can see through. And then if you have a tree, even if it's not a rhodie, anything that you want to make your garden looks bigger, you can trim the branches or the leaves on the bottom of that bush, or a tree and make your space looks bigger, because you can see the bottom and you can see through that branches. So now if you imagine I leave all the branches or the leaves on the bottom, they're gonna be, this one's gonna be a close, sorry my camera, it's gonna be a close view. So then we're not gonna be seeing anything on the back. So because I open it, it looks spacious and very neat. Okay, so this is the rhodie. This is actually bloom red, and they are planted underneath the tree. So I have all my shade garden plant on this side, and when we bought the house, this rhodie is actually planted in the side, so I just leave it alone just to, you know, keep it, and they're doing good anyways. And you can see, look at that, massive, that's a lot of flower bud. All of that are gonna be flowers, except this one. This one is the new shoot for the leaves, and we can tell because they are smaller compared to this one. So stepping back a little bit, that's all the flower buds, and they're doing good here. It's just what I noticed on this particular rhodie, the leaves, there's like a white spots on it. I'm not sure, maybe because they're not receiving a full sun on this side of my garden, but then I can't move them because they're already mature. Oh, it's gonna be hard. If we move this, we need a big something to dig just to support the roots, but I'm not gonna do that. I think they're doing good on this side. It's just there's some issue on the leaves, but we'll leave it as is and enjoy them. And I'll give you another tour, another video when all my rhodie will start to bloom. So going back to this side, that's my rhodie, and beside from that rhodie here, there's another rhodie on this side. It's actually planted next to this big pine tree, and I keep them because you'll see why. This is dark red flower, and there are really bright red, and they're so beautiful. This one I just noticed as well. I know this side, this road will receive full sun compared to the shaded area that have a white spots on the leaves. This one, there's also a white spot. I don't know if this is a disease. Please let me know. For all the rhodie expert subscriber viewers that I have, please let me know if you have any idea what this and why this happened to my rhodie. So maybe I can spray something or do something, or just leave them alone and let the nature do what the best thing that needs to be improved to this plant. But look again, look at that flower buds. It's like from the very top, look at that, all the way to the bottom. This is also a big bloom, and I am going to show you how pretty the bloom, the color of this rhodie. So this one is just a regular size compared to the one I mentioned to you, my favorite one. That is really a big bloom. This one is the regular size. So I am excited to show to you. Please make sure to turn on your notification bell so you will be updated to all my new videos. This one is gonna be later on. I'm going to take a video and show it to you how pretty they are. If you are a rhododendron lover, then this is a waiting video for you. So if you've seen my previous videos, this is already familiar to you. This view of my garden, this side of my garden is my backyard, and you'll see all that blooming flowers now. They're so beautiful. So I have a rhodie next to them. So this one, I also apply same technique that I did to my other plant. and also the birds are enjoying to hide on the branches, so let the nature also enjoy. So anyways, this one you can see it looks like a flower bud, but they're not the flower buds. There are going to be new shoots for the leaves again. There's no sign of flower buds with this particular rhodie. Okay, along my driveway, this is already the front. I have a separate video of all my hellebores. I will also add the link into the description box so you'll see and enjoy the view and video of my beautiful hellebores. But let's move on and I'll show you. This is a big bush of rhodie. This is the only one on the middle of my front yard. So the other one is planted there, and this one is like a centerpiece. It's planted on the center of my front yard, and you can see, look at this bloom, look at this color. They're so beautiful. So compared to the other one on the back, this one they will just gonna keep their color like dark pink, and they're not going to be like, you know, lighted, because the other one they do have, oh actually sorry, it's my mistake. This is similar to the back. I mean, I have a lot of rhodie in my back on my garden. I actually counted them before I started my this video. I do have like more than 20 different rhodie that's planted. I have 20, like about 22 rhodie in my yard. So sometimes because there's a lot, you will forget. If they don't give you a bloom yet, then you're not gonna know what color. But anyway, this is same as the one in the backyard. There you go. You see how much flower bud that I have in here? So that is the close-up color. Look at that. They're so beautiful. Oh my, I wish you can see this. This is pretty. So stepping backward here, so you'll see how big is this rhodie, and that is the height and the width. And we're not going to measure this time because this is really big. So I'm ready giving you the full view, and you'll see the very top is all the flower buds. So beautiful. Okay, so this is more rhodie that's planted on my front yard. So I have the palm tree, the azalea, all my hellebores, and look at this special rhodie. So this one I actually trimmed down, especially the bottom one. I trimmed them last year because I want to see all this shape of the bottom branches, and there looks beautiful now, but this bottom one here, they're overgrown again. But I think I'm just gonna leave it as is. It looks neat. But look, let's go closer. Look at this. Look how big is that flower bud. See my hand, my finger? That's how big the flower buds. So this is a good example of how to identify the flower buds with the new shoots or the new leaves. So here we go. You can tell they're big and they're more like, you know, round. And here it's not. They're like skinny, and they will turn like this. And this is the new shoot for the leaves for next year. And here from these shoots, they're gonna have a flower buds for the next year. So this one is perfect. Flower buds, shoot, a new shoot for next year. So let's go around this rhodie. That's a lot of them. But this one, I can tell there's more shoot for the new leaves compared to the flower buds. And let's take a pic on what are the color, or what will be the color And this one is actually dark pink. And I can see, let's see this one. It's like a reddish right now because they're new. But look how beautiful. That's really red. And they will turn pink later on. And all of this, they will be opening hopefully by next week. Please come back and check out my video for more rhodie, and you'll see and you'll enjoy the video because you'll see all this bloom. These flower buds will bloom and you'll enjoy it, promise. So here is another one. From this side, I can tell already we're not going to see any flower bud with this particular rhodie because there's nothing with this one. This is all, I can tell, this is all new leaves for next year. They're gonna be turning like this. Oh, I don't like it when they're leggy. And also one more secret, when you want your rhodie to be like they bloom more, so they're not gonna turn like leggy like that. The way that you can do to prevent them to be leggy, so okay, this is a leggy one, right? There's no new shoot in here in between. That's the leg, and all the way there, that's gonna be another shoot, and they're gonna be creating another leg, and that's gonna be too much legs, long-legged. So the way that we can do to make them look bushy or more like, you know, bigger, so you remove this, you cut this. Oh my goodness, this is very sturdy. Anyway, I want to show it to you. You'll see that tiny shoot over here. That's gonna be another leaves, and you're gonna have more leaves because there, you can see there's tiny here, just over here. So the way that you make them more bushy and not leggy like this is actually, I really want to show it to you. Anyway, oh, it's a little mistake, but anyway, you should not be cutting like that. You should have a scissors because the leg is a little sturdy and it's hard to cut it by hand, so you need to have cutting tools. So you should cut it from here and leave this part because there's a new shoot. Anyway, we'll leave it like that. So let me go around, maybe we can see a new something like a flower bud. I think there's one. Yes, there is one. I can tell already. There's my new flower bud. There's only one with this rhodie, but at least again I can show you what's the color of this rhodie. So come back on my next video so I can show you all the new blooms of my rhodies in my garden. So beautiful. I don't know, I cannot describe them. It's really pretty. If you can see this in person, you're just gonna be staring at them and want to keep them as is. Starting with their foliage, look at that. Have you seen a rhodie that's have foliage like this? That's variegated. I love it. Have you seen a Hoya? They're similar to Hoya. It's like the house plant. That's like a Hoya. Even the shape. I mean, you can just go check it out in Google and type Hoya that's have variegated like this. It show you exactly like this, but they're not Hoya. This is a rhodie, and they are planted on the side of my driveway, and they don't receive all day sun. So because this is the north side of my my house, and so this one, it's receiving a lot of shade. But look at that. That is beautiful. Oh my goodness, let me give you a close-up look. Can you see it? How pretty they are. I cannot count how many bloom. I don't have any video of, you know, when they're still on their flower buds. I want to show you how big is the flower bud until they open, they bloom like this. I wish I did that video, so I can tell you the difference when they open and they are open. So anyway, let me put, oh, there's a, I don't know, it's maybe a bee. So going around, there's still more bloom. See, that's the back side, that's the front side. Next to it is another rhodie, also planted next to our driveway. But this one I never seen the bloom. I'm sad. I want to see what's the color of this rhodie, but anyway, I keep them here because they are evergreen rhodie, and they are the plants that I can see color, even it's just a green, during fall and winter. So I keep them and I don't want to remove it. Even though they don't give me any bloom, that's fine. The green color during winter time is okay, and I still love them. Very beautiful. Okay, look at that. Going back to this one. Oh, I'm going to come back here maybe tomorrow just to do a cut flower and put it on the vase and leave it inside my house, so I don't have to come on the front yard all the time to see them. So I can still enjoy even though they're inside. So look at that. They're like bigger than my hand. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look. I think this one, it might going to stay for another week or two. I wish I can keep them forever like that. They're so beautiful. I like it. So which rhodie, among all the rhodie that I showed to you, which one is the best? And I bet you are going to tell me this one is the best. Yes, it is. It's the best. From the foliage till the flower. Look, white and light pink, and the border is dark pinkish, like reddish red. Look at that. So white, pinkish, light pink, and dark red. That look like a star. Okay, we are going to check the other rhodie that I have on the upper front yard. And please, again, if you want to see my other updated video for rhodie, which is coming soon, please hit the subscribe and hit your notification bell so you will be updated, and you'll see, because I'm so excited to tell you and show you what are the other color that I have for all my rhodie in my yard. Okay, let's go to the top side of my front yard. So here, next to the stairs, is also another rhodie. This one is also a beautiful bloom. Again, we're just going to enjoy on this tour, checking to their flower buds. There's a lot. I cannot count on this one. And even this tiny here is also a flower bud. This one, because they're so skinny, this is a new shoot for the new leaves. But this, even though they're tiny because they're round, this is a flower bud. It's all the way from the top, look at that, till the bottom. So when you come in and checking my yard, this is the stairs. Walking into the stairs, you'll see all this rhodie. It's welcoming you. Welcome to Len's Garden. Oh, I wish you can come and do a in-person tour so you'll see my garden with this beautiful rhodie. Okay, so going more towards this side, I've shown you as well my azalea, and I'll also give you, if you're interested, check the description box and I'll put the link for the hellebores azalea, and check them out. There are really good tips that you can apply for your garden. And continuing our tour, this is another rhodie, and I've seen the color of this. This is a big light pink color, but it looks like they're not going to give us a new flower bud of flowers this year. It's 2023, but anyway, there's nothing expect flower for this rhodie for this year because I don't see any flower buds. There's nothing. Even though we go around, that's the back side. and there's nothing. This is all just a shoot for the new leaves. Yes, but it's okay. They still look pretty. So again, I have a rhodie here. This one, oh my, I always do that to giving you a glitch on my camera. So my rhodie, my driveway rhodie, more rhodie, and more rhodie. Okay, so I just check on this side of this big rhodie. Can you see? I'm gonna step backward so you can really fully see the view. That's the pathway, my azalea, and this is a big rhodie. So I'm looking from the street already. And look, the bottom part, that's a beautiful color. It's the same as the primrose that I put it here. My primrose. I also will give you a separate video on how to care and propagate primroses. So again, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you will be updated to all my new videos. Look at this, so beautiful, very, very nice. Okay, because this video I am talking about rhodie and camellia. Here is now my camellia. This is my beautiful camellia. Look how many bloom can you see on this side. Look at that. Look how beautiful is this camellia. There are also dark red, and you see all this flower bud. They're also cute. Look. So from, look at that, there, the bottom side, you see all this flower? That's the flower from last week, and it's just keep falling. Because camellia, they don't really stay that long. The flowers, they don't stay that long. But when they bloom, so I'm just gonna give you a nice view. I'm just gonna step backward a little bit. So I have my Japanese maple here, and looking on the back side of my Japanese maple, you see my camellia tree. It's not just a bush now. It's not a camellia bush, it's a tree. It's all the way to the top until the bottom is all flowers. Oh my, again, I wish you were here to see this because they are so beautiful. They also have a little scent. They're scented. And look, I think you call this like quadruple or triplet bloom. They look like a rose. They're so beautiful. I'm gonna come out here tomorrow and pick some to put it in my vase so I can enjoy them for a while. So I'm just going to bring one flower for you to see it. And I'm just gonna actually just use this one here. No, this one. So let's cut this. The reason I was going to cut this, because I want you to see my other camellia. I have another camellia on the side of my house, and I want to compare the color and the difference between the bloom with this dark red, and the other one is light pink. And they are planted on the side of my other gate on the upper side. And this one, actually, they are planted under the pine tree, and they still giving a lot of bloom. I'm not going to show you the inside because this is already behind the rhodies, and behind the rhodies is the camellia. Oh my goodness, I hope you'll see all of this I'm saying right now. They're so beautiful. Oh, love it. I love it. Oh. And this is my camellia. This is the pink one. It's all the way in the very top. I think they are almost taller than my house. So actually I need to trim them because I don't want them to grow like that almost to the it's almost hitting the side of my house, and when it's windy, I don't want them to break their branches. So anyway, I will trim them after they flower. So remember this? Let me give you a good shot. Oh my goodness. Okay, remember this camellia that we got it in the side of my front yard? That is dark red, right? And look at the other one. They're also double bloom or triple bloom. But can you tell the color? The light pink and the dark pink. Which one do you like? I like them both. Anyway, so here is other view. They're too tall, so I cannot go that high to show you the flowers, but that's how far I can show you. This is in the bottom. Oh, this one. Look at that center. This one. And this is similar. They have yellow in the center. The other one, if you notice, there's no yellow. I think there's nothing like the yellow color like this on the red one, and the other pink that I showed to you. This one, I don't see it, but it's all petals. All petals. So beautiful. So that's the tour of my rhodie and the camellia. I hope you enjoyed the tour for today, and please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and also hit the notification bell so you will be updated to all my new videos. I'll see you again in my next video. You take care.